We have a special guest today, Eric Migicovsky, the founder of the Pebble. Eric's here to talk wearables, talk startups,
and to hang out,
and to play some Mario Kart 64, because who doesn't love Mario Kart 64? Like, who doesn't love Mario Kart?
And we've got an actual N64 here.
Get away from me, get away from me!
Boom.
Oh no! Oh no!
Close.
So let's talk Pebble for a bit. The original Pebble smartwatch.
Yeah. Originally, I started working on it because I am a big cyclist. I love bicycling. And I wanted to be able to see who was calling or texting me without having to take my phone out of my pocket. So the watch was where it was at. Actually, it started out as a bicycle computer. But then someone was like, you should probably just make it a watch.
Is there any opportunity in the market for wearables now that Apple's dominating?
You can only use an Apple Watch with iPhone, right? You can't use it with, no one's figured out a way to get it to work with Android. So
not as far as I know.
Presumably, Android users have to use something.
What are some of the regional considerations you've been thinking about when building out Y Combinator's China platform versus how you built out of the US?
Oh yeah, so I work currently for an investment company called Y Combinator. It's an early stage investment firm. We usually are pretty much like the first check into a new company. Companies come from all around the world to YC to learn how to do a startup. But one thing that we noticed is that in China, the Beijing ecosystem, Shanghai, has developed almost completely without the valley. It was possible to build a multi-billion-dollar company in Beijing without even touching down in the valley. Qi Lu, who was most recently the COO of Baidu, has joined YC. He has an amazing AI background, worked at Microsoft. So he's got a completely new strategy for YC in China, starting small. So just like YC started, and just like how we advise our companies to do, start small, become really good at something, and grow from there. So that's what's happening.
Pebble's ultimate outcome brought a lot of doubt in the ability to build a successful hardware business. Is there any reason to think differently?
I don't think that it's impossible to build a hardware company. It's very hard to build a venture-backed hardware company. I think there are a ton of actual independent successes that have come out now. One of my friends started Peak Design, which is a backpack.
Oh, I love those
cameras. Bags. Ring was just actually acquired by Amazon. That was pretty.
The doorbell, smart doorbell company.
Yeah. So no, absolutely not. I think there might have been like a golden era of hardware startups, Kickstarter companies in the 2012, 2015 era, but yeah, maybe a little bit less than the hype cycle peak then, but I think it's still definitely possible.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good.
Taking slight advantage of the fact that you were the only target.
I was the only target, and that dropped me from third to sixth. What's the worst pitch you've ever listened to?
The toughest pitches to hear are the ones that are just confusing, and unfortunately, a lot of people they don't. I think the biggest kind of problem with pitches is they don't share the problem that they're trying to solve. Too many people talk about the technology. They talk about like what they're building. But really, the most important thing is like, what problem are you solving? How are you helping people? Like, what are you up to? And it took me a while to learn the lesson as well, because with Pebble, like we weren't solving a problem right away. We were building something that we wanted ourselves. But eventually, I learned that you have to like explain yourself so that people can, figure out how it's going to fit into their lives.
Eric, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thank you.
And just for the record, I got to point this out because otherwise Josh will get really mad. I did win the first round, but you won the second round. Even though we never finished, you still had more points than me at this point. Thank you, everyone. We'll have more streams again. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Join us for more. See you next time.